Connecting with Kooky. We have a very special guest today, somebody very special to me.
What's going on, everybody?
Okay, my boy Photo B, published celebrity photographer and director, grown from
Sack. We can just go and say that. You can go. We can just go and say that from Sack.
But because niggas be like, I was raised in Sack.
Nah, I've been out here so old too. Look. For the first few years I moved out here, everybody like, where you from? America.
Okay.
Stepdad was in the military, so I moved around a lot. I was like,
Same,
nah.
I'm a brat.
Yeah.
I just wasn't the one that got to travel around all the time.
Nah, I stayed in the country though.
Okay.
I stayed in the country. I was Tennessee, Florida, Virginia, and
look at that. I did
that was
not
it.
know that. I like that.
Secrets, you feel me? Secrets.
Okay, period. Well, anyway, a little more about how I like to brag about my guest here. We go back, when we were little pups.
Man.
Coming up in the little big world.
Man.
When my boy first picked up a camera, I just started doing events, all that good stuff. We came together. His talent spoke for itself. People started swooping him up. I was like, they take my nigga away, but it's okay. His success is my success, I'm all happy and all for it. And once again, that's why I wanted to build this platform, because I wanted to give those who are doing a lot for our city and, making their dreams come true and not just talking about it, they're being about it. And he's one of those people that I admire. So,
I do my best.
That's my dog. That's my dog. But anyway, we're going to get into the intro. We're going to let you tell the word about yourself. Just basically who, what, why, and when. Meaning you're just going to tell us who you are, what you do, why you do it, and when you got started. But, I'll lead the way and all that good stuff, because I know we've been, sipping on that good hand.
Yep.
And so we're just going to get right on into it. So who are you, sir?
Everybody, I'm Photo B. I've been doing photography since I was in high school. Picked it up from my dad. He was doing it. Then I pretty much ran with it. Surpassed him a few years ago, actually. He was doing the friends and family stuff. And then next, I'm the one getting booked outside of the friends and family. Oh. So,
okay.
Yeah.
The student surpassed the teacher.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I started doing video.
Pops, too. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, Pops is good. Pops is cool. He still, he always still give me little lessons of, non-photography stuff.
You don't know everything.
Right. I'm teaching him photography now at this point. But
because there's so much different stuff. Because I remember we used to connect on a bigger level. Because when I was in art school for a little bit, and I remember coming to you about a few things, and you were asking me how I was shooting, and I think you actually suggested, not only did my professor did, I think you told me to shoot in RAW or not shoot in RAW.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you're a photographer and you know what I'm talking about, that you should be shooting in RAW.
Exactly, because it gives you a whole lot more elements to work with.
Absolutely.
Okay,
even in video, now that I got the videos in RAW and stuff, even though if you don't have the right computer, it's gonna be trash. Mm-hmm. But if you got it right, yeah, RAW, working RAW.
So you heard it first, my creatives. You definitely want to make sure you have all your elements you could work with.
Yep.
And all that good stuff. Anything you would like to add to who you are?
Outside of that, I'm still doing video, and I also got a clothing line, Keep Vibing Collection. I haven't really done anything with it too much lately.
More to come soon in collaboration with Limitless Management.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got some stuff coming away. That should have been dropping. This spring.
Right?
It might come out in the summer, but let's put it this way: the natural hair people are going to be enjoying this. Let's go with that.
Oh, right on, King. We definitely like and I fully support all that.
Absolutely.
Right on. Okay, and so I think we pretty much covered the who and what you do.
Yeah.
So I guess we could. Why do you do what you do?
No, I used to act. I used to do theater in high school, right? So I originally wanted to be an actor.
I remember.
Yeah, she remembers. She saw some of the plays.
Extra ass.
Hella extra, right? But I eventually wanted to start creating what I saw. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and actually be behind the scenes versus in front of. So that's why I ended up picking up the camera. And that's also why I started doing video, because I wanted to, create it. And ever since then, it's I realized that, there are people that I've always looked up to, and the ones I looked up to out here, I surpassed. And now there's a few that I look up to across the world that I'm catching up to. There was a photographer out in LA. Yeah, there's a photographer out in LA, Fawcett. Yeah. You know, he was shooting a lot of celebrities and all that, and my goal was to get my work like his. And then it was a few years ago that one of my boys who's in LA, who's in the industry, who's, you know, worked on films and photography and stuff like that, he told me, he's like, I can never even, like, at this point, I can't even tell the difference between your guys' work. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, all right, cool. Okay. Now there's 2 other photographers that I'm looking towards to get my work like, which is 2020 Photography and Brendan Forbes. If you guys know who I'm talking about, you guys know.
I would definitely like to see a little more natural beauties.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing is though, the problem with trying to do more than natural beauty is just dealing with the social media aspect of it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Everybody feels like they want to be
shiny.
perfect. Not just shiny, but everybody feels like they need to be perfect. Everybody feels like they can't have any flaws. You guys don't realize that the girls that I shoot have flaws.
All of them.
All of them have flaws. I Photoshop them because, you know, this is just the flaws, and there's nothing I can, you know, I can put it out, but sometimes they don't want to put it out.
Motherfuckers is editing their selfies.
Oh, look, I edit myself. All right, I do a shoot of myself and I Photoshop
to
me.
Facetune, goddamn it! I'm like, these bitches out here cheating. I did not know.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? You get cheat codes. Photoshop is a cheat code. All right.
Bitch, I'm over here
All right.
actually got a little knowledge about doing all the shit and still have it. I'm just now catching up. As much as I do know, I am like a social media person. Like I plug in and plug out.
When did you get started? You said high school, right?
Yep, high school. High school, I started the photos.
Before, like not junior high.
Nah, hell nah.
Okay,
Not at
no.
all.
He said, I got
Not at
this
all.
camera. I'm finna get the bitches. No, I'm kidding.
Nah, it wasn't because of that. I actually really enjoyed it.
Right. What
Anyway,
did you? I think you was in like, what is that? Election club or?
no, I wasn't in any of the clubs.
You wasn't, so
I
you
wasn't. I was in like I wasn't in an election club. I was like in. I think I was just in BSU like 1 year.
I think I remember
that
that.
was
Didn't
it.
you African dance at a rally?
I did.
That's
I
my
did.
dog, bitch.
I did. I did an African rap dance at a rally, and I also not only that,
Represent.
I rapped.
Oh, I think I remember.
I rapped.
But anyway, y'all, moving on.
As you guys know, the major topics are just, you know, sex, politics, music, and life. We're gonna start with sex.
About to get real. I'm finna start doing ASMR on this
Right,
mic
put on
real quick, you feel
put
me?
on the sexy voice.
On a more personal.
You feel me? It is like 10 o'clock. It's like 10:30 right now.
Right.
Smooth vibes. You feel me?
10:30
Hennessy in the system. You feel me?
Okay.
Oh boy.
Are you dating?
Am I dating?
Right.
In
a
this.
particular individual, or are you just dating around? Just,
You keep it real bleak, you know. I ain't trying
Oh
to
no.
snitch in
Currently, I'm like, you know, dating around.
so
I'm
you
like,
classified single.
right. I'm absolutely 100% classified single. Nobody can tell me shit. Simple as that.
Your options.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My thing is, so I'm like in the middle of I'm still like at the end of my ain't shit phase. Like if I treat you like I ain't, if I give you the vibes of, oh, he ain't shit, it's because I'm not trying to be shit to you. You know what I mean? Like,
Be
if
like, I ain't even trying to sell you a dream, baby girl. That's the realest shit. Like,
no, it's for real. You feel me? But like, if I'm trying to pursue you, if I want to talk to you, if we got a vibe, we connected. Oh yeah, you can tell.
Some people are like, oh, he an asshole.
But
like him.
and that's the problem. That's when the problem will come across. Every time that I act ain't shit towards somebody because I ain't really fucking with them like that,
did I
they
always
want to say they want to be sick with me. I'm like, come on.
I think what it is most women, 9 times out of 10 women, regular, smegular, heterosexual women, we always want our male significant other to be masculine, to be a man.
And you take assholeness as masculinity.
And you know, unfortunately, because just that slight aggression is like that. Like, as sophisticated as we are as human beings, we still have certain animalistic natures, I think, that still play part into our mate selection.
You know what's really hard? But here's the thing, though. You know what's really hard about being aggressive these days?
Right.
Me
too.
The Me Too movement. The Me Too movement. Right?
Okay.
Because you
Like,
can be
look
really.
nice today. Is that okay?
No. It's like, cause look, check this out. Like, there's been multiple times where I've been like kind of kicking with somebody and all that, and it's like, you know, like it's just been us, like an intimate situation or anything like that, and I didn't make a move because I don't know where it heads at with it.
Right.
Because like, if you like kind of like being cool, whatever, all right, cool. I'm thinking just being cool, being nice, being sweet. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like,
a lot of people's problem is people misread signs
Man.
or just a good vibe as
Man, facts.
Bitches on me. No,
Facts.
baby, we just having a good time.
facts. And I'm like, unless like I can't do hints. Do not try to hint me like.
Don't be a subtle hint.
Nah, don't be no subtle hint. I'm gonna just laugh like, okay, you being nice, you being cute, but nah, like if you really trying to like get my attention, say so.
Okay.
No hints.
She said,
get close to me. You feel me?
Me, you, next.
Get close to me. You feel me? Say something. Let me know something. No hints. I need direct.
And I think that's actually the tables have been turning in this last.
Honestly, yeah. But it's like at the same time, it's like sometimes like it's hard to ask because like first off, like nobody even likes to ask.
Because nobody wants to feel played. Nobody want to be soft these days. Nobody wants to be the vulnerable person when really that's the power in its own.
And then let me clarify, fellas. Every time a female asks you, what are we or what's going on, it's just normally for simple communication basis. It ain't always,
oh, what are we? I just want to know. So
Right, you know, okay,
plan our future together. No, I just
right,
need to know.
Like, I want to know where we at.
I'm gonna let this nigga take me out and then go to the mall with this other nigga.
So I got asked a question on my live.
Cut off the good. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, but to go back to the dating thing, like I am kind of looking for somebody. You feel me? But it's like, but I'm not necessarily like.
He said I ain't going to look for it, but if
I ain't gonna look for it.
Lap.
Exactly. Like, you know, there's been a few women in the past year at least that's like kind of caught my attention. To like, okay, I want to try it, but like, you know, it just stopped working out.
That's definitely what happened to me. I walked away of almost a decade situation.
Yeesh.
You know. It's all love still to this day.
Yeah, it is what it is. It happens.
You just got to know when to walk away, especially when you're not growing anymore and you see the shit starting to die and whatever the case is. No matter how much you love that person, you just know, you know, some people grow up and grow apart. It is what it is.
Facts.
And then, you know, I just wholeheartedly let it go. And I was just like, you know what, God, I'm not tripping. I just want to get my money, worry about me, put all the effort and energy back into myself that I was spending on other motherfuckers. And so here I am. And then boom, like this caveman just came, knocked me over my head and was like, you gonna be mine. And that's it.
Oh, yeah.
So here we are about to celebrate our 1 year anniversary on the 25th.
How cute.
Big dick energy.
Absolutely. Organic energy.
Okay.
Quite simple. Turn ons and turn offs.
Oh, simple. Turn on is
we turn into this bottle.
Oh, absolutely. Turn on is direct. You feel me? If you direct and you're not like beating around the bush with something like, all right, bet, cool. You feel me? That and of course confidence. If you're confident in it, absolutely. Turn offs, insecurities. You cannot be insecure around me. You cannot be insecure if you want to be with me. I work with women.
Beautiful.
I work with bomb women. I work with almost half naked to naked women.
Fast forward. Politics and current events.
Yep.
You know, you just speak on the first thing that comes to mind, just like the first segment. And so we're going to get right into it and everything that's pretty much obvious and is being talked about every day. COVID-19. The coronavirus. It's getting real.
Probably like one of the worst. I don't want to say one of the worst things that could happen to us.
And give us any opinion as far as factual, conspiracy theory, whatever.
I mean, I've got my conspiracies. I got my theories. A lot of them were a lot more early on in the stages when things were getting when certain celebrities were saying they caught it. My biggest issue when it first started was you can have it without any symptoms.
Right.
Because that right there is a huge fear factor.
Absolutely.
Because imagine you like, oh, I don't know if you got it. I don't want you to come over here. I don't know if I got it. You know what I mean? That causes panic. Why do you think we out of toilet paper and paper towels? Because people are like, oh, I don't know when everything's going to shut down.
And let me elaborate on that. So
your first survival instinct was to make sure you had
paper.
something to wipe your shitty ass instead of, I don't know.
I never thought toilet paper would be gold.
First aid kit, fucking tent, fucking anything that actually is relevant.
Look, I got me a crossbow.
Survival. Okay, he said we
I already look. Check this out. I already had a crossbow. I just had to go get some more arrows. All right, I was low because you never know. I might have to go hunting. I might have to protect myself. I ain't got no gun license, but I got me a crossbow.
Here, oh, you talking about that real thing?
Oh yeah, when you click it back and yeah, the gun. Yeah, I got accuracy with it.
Shit, he said,
I got easy. What's going on?
Don't know, and I think that's the thing. I think that. I mean, I'm not saying this pandemic ain't real. Blah 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 blah. I just definitely think there's many levels to why and what is happening for real.
A lot of things could have been done a lot differently.
Absolutely.
The media should not have so much control over what was being said. The media should not have been the front runner, like the outside of the other dudes. Like we needed, not on top of that, we needed to get on top of it ahead of time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if it was serious, we should already be outside the lockdown. You know what I mean? Due to the fact that China's pretty much already good. They're already good. You got your mask?
Right.
Yeah, mine's in the car.
Shout out to my mama.
Mine's in the car. You know what I'm saying? Shout out American Uma. She made mine. She about to make me another one. You know what I mean? But like,
Shout out to my
there was so many there's so many things that was going on. It just felt like it was contradicting things. At first, we were talking about how us black people couldn't get it.
right.
You know, which for a little bit, like I felt that was
really
true
believed it.
until like, I'm pretty sure that was going around a lot, and all of a sudden, boom, when the NBA players got it, right, and that shut everything down. As soon as when the NBA player got it, it was shut down. You know, everybody was like, okay, maybe you can, and then Idris Elba said he got it, but he didn't have any symptoms. You know, and then Tom Hanks had it. I don't know if he had any symptoms. But he all the way in Australia.
He was with his wife.
He was with his wife.
His wife initially.
Where nobody from here nobody who outside can actually like access him, can reach him, can see if it was true or not. You know what I mean?
I think that's where a lot of people are like, you know, a little wishy, or at least I'm gonna speak for myself, because you know these are all actors and celebrities we're talking about here who get paid for certain endorsements or to get a message across and all that. I recently even seen Beyonce finally speak out on this and all the stay home stuff like that.
Right. What was the point of Idris Elba to let everybody know that I did a test and I got it? You know, what I mean, that kind of like let people let people know that it's real, or do people like think about it?
I think there is some type of fear agenda. You know, I believe there's truth into a little bit of everything, from the depopulation thing to
Depopulation. Yeah, that's a real thing. That is gonna. What everybody was saying was that overall there was going to be a billion people, average around about a billion people who were going to get affected. 150 million people will die from it. That's what they were saying.
I definitely do my own research, which I encourage everybody to do, because just with anything that you read, you know, take it with a grain of salt, just especially coming from the internet and stuff like that. You know, somebody typed it. It was somebody's point of view. It was somebody's message. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know if it's always factual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it was a certain thing. I relate the truth to if it's repeated frequently enough. It's like if somebody says something about somebody, but if a whole nother 10 other people say the same thing about this motherfucker, I'm like, maybe it might be a little true. Like, you know, I might still give you the benefit of the doubt, but I'm keeping it in the back of my mind like, oh, okay, yeah, motherfuckers was right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll just attack all three. Racial climate, Black Lives Matter, police. Whatever comes to your mind.
All right. So when it comes to the racial climate, honestly, I was about to say that we as black people aren't necessarily dealing with too much in the current situation, because we are all coming together as one.
Because I mean, I was going to go into BLM and police brutality, but I think everybody's pretty much up to date on that, and how I think everybody's pretty much feeling mutual on that, even though it's even expanding. I'm not saying that black people still don't have targets on their back. There's a lot more police brutality cases that are just fucking ignorant all the way around. And, you know, even from our Hispanic brothers and sisters and shit, a lot of shit's going on with them and shit like that.
Oh, they're about to go to Central America is finna go to war.
So much shit going on.
Central America is about to go to war.
It's crazy. So it's just like, you know, count your blessings. So,
yeah.
But anyway,
when it comes down to the current like Black Lives Matter and the police,
I actually appreciate how you're knowledgeable on what's going on. Instead of, I don't know.
No, I try to pay attention. You know what I mean? We haven't had too many big incidents lately in America as black people. However, except for the young cat who got killed by the police in Walmart, and he was holding a bat. The police have still yet to figure out a way to treat us equally, and without trying to act as if there's fear. And I'm not 100% sure of where the fear is coming from. It doesn't make any sense.
Understanding and control, being that we were under their thumb, the white man's thumb, blah blah blah. Because let's call it what it is. The police force began off of slave catchers.
Oh yeah, sheriffs. That was a mistake. They called.
Keep it real and keep it simple. That's why sheriffs shit is going on, and this always has catchers. Been. If fucking Willie Lynch was still alive or could get an award for this shit, I would even give him kudos, because his one method still in effect here in 2020.
Yep.
And whether it's voluntary, involuntarily, our people ain't helping either to make it different or break the chain. But it's real. It's certainly real. And some people are still just catching light of it. Like all these fake ass apologies of people doing dumbass racist
shit. Man, like how can you go
like the little two high school
kids like that's
no father watermelon. Like no, this is 2020.
Right.
First of all, half of us is vegans. Secondly, who the fuck eat watermelon like that? Well, me personally,
I don't even like watermelon. I don't like any. I don't like most melon.
And I'm not even a fried chicken motherfucker anymore. I don't even like fried chicken no more. So bitch, get your.
I still kind of do.
Right, I love fuck with a little Wingstop.
I mean, every so often,
But
you feel me? But we ain't finna like always frying it up at home. You feel me?
Right, this ain't that Kentucky
Right?
Fried shit.
We grill our chicken now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Less fat.
Grass-fed.
We trying to get rid of these this high blood pressure and cholesterol. You know what I mean? We trying to break generational curse with our health.
And then while you're talking, we served y'all. We made y'all food. So
oh man, we did a lot for y'all.
You fed from our breasts. That's a whole nother.
We're not gonna look at hers.
All right. Moving forward. Our next topic of discussion is music. And
all right.
We could just breeze through these things.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty simple. You know. Favorite artist overall right now.
My favorite artist overall right now. That's
hard as shit.
That's hard as hell.
First one that comes to mind. Now, later, like legend, newbie.
I mean, it's a mix. I don't really have an artist. I have a vibe. I have a feel. I have a genre. You know what I mean? I like smoothness. You know what I mean? I have a whole playlist from Apple Music called Beat Instrumental. It's nothing but instrumental R&B smooth beats.
Okay.
No words.
No,
nothing. It's chill. I can do a lot. I could work out to it. I can drive to it. I'll edit to it. I'll talk. I'll have a full conversation. I'll have a full conversation with like a cool little intimate conversation with somebody. I'll put it down on somebody with it to it. You know what I'm saying? I like smoothness.
With
I like
smooth beat.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But now it's like more of a It's a mix, you know what I mean? Like I like Brent, of course I like Drake. I like OT Genesis.
You said who? Brent
Face.
Got it.
I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, Face. I actually just got introduced to this cat. What his name? Blast. BLXST. Right? Smooth. He got a song called Mood, and it's dope. Like
I like some sultry, sexy shit. We talking like
it's smooth.
Daniel Caesar.
Oh yeah, Daniel Caesar, Khalid, Pink Sweats. You know what I'm saying?
Like
all that. Black, 6 Lack.
Ooh, I love me.
Yeah. Honestly, hey, drop shameless plug. I'm finna start doing some music.
Ooh.
If anything, I want to try to sound
Did
like
you hear it?
Yeah.
Exclusively, you heard it here first.
Yeah, I'm finna start doing some music.
It's gonna be serenading you.
Yeah, I'm behind the mic. You feel me? But yeah, that's
clever, but it didn't come out.
No, you tried your best, but next time, I promise you'll get it. But but yeah, I pretty much I don't really have like an actual artist I sit there and play.
So, favorite artist locally, maybe.
Okay, so my favorite, I got 2 artists that I rock with: Don Marshall.
Period.
My boy Don Marshall and Bug B.
Oh, I love me some Bug B. Hey, Bug, if you watching this, shout out to you because you got the most hardest work ethic. You got one of the most solid.
He has like the full team.
Your consistency. I know my boy. Shout out to my boy.
For what?
Ted Digital.
That was gonna be my next. That was gonna be my next.
Okay, I remember
when he was doing his own stuff. When he was doing his own stuff. Right.
Oh my goodness.
I told him verbatim, I am a fan.
I was in the.
There's not too many people that I will admit. There's not too many people that I will admit I'm a fan of, but I am a fan of Ted.
And just to watch his process,
right?
I really hope you watch this.
There was when him and this girl Elise, when they did a song, Supernatural, the first song, like I know that song.
Did you hear Parachute?
I probably did. Right on dropping shit. But they dropped. They did a like the first mix of Supernatural. Loved it.
I loved
it. I was like, oh my god, do something. The second one was cool, but the first Supernatural, dope. Ted done something. I noticed he done some covers and all that, but there was smooth. He did some of his own stuff. There was smooth. He's the only person I'd be like, hey, look,
he built his shit from scratch.
For real. If he told me like, hey yo, if you came to me, I'll do some videos, I'll be like, yup, let's do some videos. Because I for every song that I heard him do from then, I was like, I got an idea for that. Because his shit is dope, 100%. Now Bug B, I rock with him because he's actually putting in a good production when it comes to his music videos. His quality is dope. They putting the stories together. Him and Mikey Ray are going hard.
All that. And everything he definitely do put it on social media. As much as I like to contest to that sometimes, like. Not everybody needs to know what you eat, but like people do want to pay attention to your progress and support you.
Facts.
And stuff like that. And unfortunately in this generation, if you can't post it, it didn't happen, or you feel me? You ain't happening.
Bug B is definitely gonna get picked up.
He up next.
He's definitely gonna get picked up.
He up next.
I'm not 100% sure when it comes to what is.
Shout out to Mikey, Joe.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the whole camp. Shout out to the whole camp. You feel me?
It's just cold.
Once it's gonna probably take like another year or two. Within the next year or two,
Period.
Bugby's gonna be main. It should be
next.
like on the way to be mainstream, hands down, because he's actually put it in the views.
That I feel like is up next, but we gonna move on.
Yep.
All right, celeb artist crush.
Ooh.
You just give me a top 3. Make it.
All right, my top 3. Doja Cat before I found out she was doing cocaine.
I'm about to say Hollywood does cocaine.
I know, but like the way that she was, it was kind of weird. But anyway,
moms who do cocaine.
Facts. Cocaine is a rich man's drug.
It really is. It be in and out your system. You won't even know unless they did a shit ton of it. I'm telling you.
Facts.
I work in a 5-star spa. I work with people that are older than me. You'll be surprised at things that people are into, and that dude, you just like, what the fuck? And be up or to their job and all the shit the next day like ain't shit happened. Like, I'm telling you, people be sleeping. If people just got to get their mind right. Not saying do drugs, kids. I'm not saying that.
Nah.
Just the fun ones.
All right, other crush. Her name? I don't know why her name is just like not coming to me. But baby girl who played Domino in Deadpool 2, black girl, long curly hair, Zaza Banks, something like I can't remember what it is, but her and when I first saw Zoe Kravitz. Mm-hmm. When I saw Zoe Kravitz on
just looking just like her mama fine self.
When I saw her on the X-Men First Class, I saw her and I was like, oh, I can get her.
Wait a minute. You said Zoe. I don't think that was Zoe.
Who was that?
Talking about the new Storm?
No. I'm talking about First Class. I'm talking about the first X-Men when they went back when they first had like the young Professor X and all that.
They kind of kept it the same.
No.
I don't remember Zoe being in it.
Yeah, she was only in that movie though. She was a baby girl with the wings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, like when I saw her on that, I was like,
you might be
I can get her.
You might be right.
I always thought I always liked her. Her and damn it, there was somebody else in one of the movies. I was like,
boy, we said 3.
All right, cool. That's fine. That was 3. That was 3. I'm gonna stick with the 3. All right, cool. Whatever.
All right, cool. Fast forward. All right. And so a song that's your anthem, like
I look like Bay.
Okay.
Bay. You feel me? I look like Bay. Simple. Simple.
So I'm assuming that's the same song that you play as soon as you get in the car too?
It varies. It varies. You know what I mean? It definitely depends on the mood. It depends on like where I'm on my way to. What I just did. If I'm with somebody, you feel me? But it might be a mix between Tsunami by Sammy. Yeah, he's still doing his music. You feel me? No.
Age look good on you, Sammy.
Let's see. Currently, what I play right now? What I'm playing right now? I'm playing. I can't remember the artist's name, but the song's called Life. I heard it on
Lyfe.
Life. The song's called Life. I heard it on the show Dave on Hulu. The show about Lil Dicky. On Hulu, I heard that on the end of one of the songs, and I was like, on one of the episodes, and I was like, oh, that song's dope.
I like a Lil Dicky something else.
Oh, bro, he's honestly,
you see that little
he's dope.
video as head?
Oh yeah, head. Oh yeah, Pillow Talk. I have the whole. I know. I can almost like.
This bitch don't know about Pangea. That little brain.
This bitch don't know about Pangea.
Yeah. My brother used to be on that random.
I know that whole. Almost know that whole song. When it came out, I played it back to back to. This bitch don't know about Pangea. That was my shit. That was my shit.
Regardless of he, Wonder Bread, all that. That's
made out of cows, I think. Man,
right.
So you don't just eat
still making you think. He even got it. Like his first track, he's the guy that you rapper niggas like. I could do this with my hands tied behind my back.
Bro, Little Dicky is dope. When he did that song with Snoop, that shit was dope. When he did the low budget one.
The low budget one?
No, he did a music video. He's like, let me see how I can do a music video with no money. And he did it. That's what it was Make That Bang or something like that.
Gotta spend them.
Yeah. That one.
That's the first joint he did that just, you feel me, put all these niggas to shame. Even had Rich Homie. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
That was just his marketing thing. It was just genius. He was just genius.
Yeah.
So shout out to Little Dicky. But anyway, moving on. How do you feel about this TikTok craze?
Oh, I have no issue with it. I actually have an issue with people who have an issue with it.
Something.
Right. Let people be.
Right.
I don't understand the reason why anybody has an issue with anybody having TikTok.
Right. I think it's extremely old people. It makes me a little uncomfortable.
No. What it is it makes me uncomfortable when you see somebody do a challenge, like especially like a dance challenge, right? And you see people do it good, right? Then you see people who don't know how to do it. Those is like, but they tried though.
Right. Right, and that's
you
why
can't
I
knock
always-
anybody for trying.
And are you're not entertained?
Right. You're on there.
Very.
But one thing I hate is like, why you get mad at people said something about like grown men can't have no TikTok, like men can't have no TikTok. And it's like,
I will
why?
say that Flip the Switch challenge was interesting. But I definitely know
The Flip the Switch
it's not
challenge
always
was
for
interesting.
Men.
Right.
And I respect that. You
But-
know, this just boils down to what you will do and what you won't do. There's freedoms.
The people's issue, men's issue with it comes down to
Masculinity.
hypermasculinity. And that's like,
And
that's one of the
especially
biggest
the-
toxic traits.
you know.
And it's like, let people be. It doesn't affect you. It has nothing to do with you. They did something on their own. You watched it, and as soon as you're done watching, it has nothing to do with you. Why have an issue about what other people's lives are like?
Knock this whole thing back.
Yeah, we're about to. Like, why have an issue over people's lives that have no effect on yours at all? I don't understand people who judge people or hate people or have an issue with people who live their lives, who live their own
Right,
truth.
and I'm all for do whatever makes
You know what I'm saying? Do you. If it's not hurting me or the people that I know that I love and shit, cool. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Live your life.
agree.
Let love. You know what I'm saying? But if it ain't got to do with me, I don't care.
So we're going to move on to the last theme of the evening, which is life and lessons.
Yep.
The segment of the show where we get a little more personal, a little more realer, you know.
Welcome to me.
You know, we've been kind of over the place and a little light, but I like to
Facts.
close out the show with, you know,
Some
more,
realness.
Yeah, some realness, some more profound thoughts. Speak on whatever comes to your mind when I just drop these bullet points on you. But trauma, whether that's personal, whether that's some advice for people experiencing it.
I actually haven't really experienced any trauma to the extent to where I call it trauma. Just because I feel like I've had
Do you feel like you just kind of received the situation or was able to cope or get over it to the point where it's not trauma?
I mean, maybe, but I can't think of a situation to where I would think that was traumatic for me, but I got over it. You know what I mean? Okay. So, I mean, probably like one, like the most traumatic, situations that I've been in was when my ex, not my most recent ex, but my ex not too long out of high school. We were all over my house. It was me, my cousins, my family were all at the house. We were creating a skit. We're doing like a little video skit, you know, just a little fun little thing, whatever. Right? She was sitting in a little desk chair in the office, and we're all setting up a light behind her. And it's like I was looking at her, and she was looking at the light, trying to figure out what I was doing, and she just kind of like stuck there for a second. Right? And I'm thinking she's playing the game, but she's not responding to me when I'm talking to her. Right? Next, you know, she started convulsing. She had a seizure right in front of me.
Oh, wow.
Right. And I was yelling out to my family, who was like my dad, my stepmom, and my grandmother in the kitchen, right? And I was panicking. I was yelling. I was like help. Like I was yelling like to try to get. I was trying. Like, I had no idea what to do. Like we had no idea what was going on. It all happened all suddenly. She never had a seizure before.
Right.
And
It was the lights. That's crazy.
we don't know.
Right.
Because she never had an issue. It's not like she's.
I'm gonna assume because I had an episode like that with my sis not too long ago. She was just doing she was making a wig at my house because she does hair and sells hair, blah, 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 blah. And it wasn't until she turned up the brightness or changed the brightness on the ring light that she had, and that was just like constantly in her face. And then I think it's a certain degree of the light, just like that All of the Lights video being banned because it was causing people to have
too many bright
situations.
But no, it was just like the light was like no brighter than like a regular house lamp light. Right. So we have no idea what it was. But long story short, my cousin ran into the room in the kitchen, banged the wall. Yeah, let them know like, hey yo, we need help. She's having a seizure. Dad came. I went. Called.
She was turned her on the side.
Yeah. You know, he grabbed a butter knife with a paper towel. I mean, not paper towel, with a towel. Put her in her mouth. Put her off to the, like lay her off to the side, and then she finally came back to. Okay. But due to the fact that like it was right in front of me, and like at the time, like, you know, I love that girl, so you know the girl that I was with,
it was
like,
traumatizing,
you know,
but
right. But it wasn't something that I was like
you're not traumatized.
Right.
No, for sure. That's still that's a weird situation.
Okay, wait, no, okay. Now I think about it. There was one other time that kind of like that actually like bothered me for a cool minute. I used to do security at K-Bar, right? And I used to work the door, So I was like front.
What is K-Bar?
I don't. Because I don't.
I remember.
Yeah.
Popping up on
So
you and other bro, I forgot
Johnny,
his name.
Johnny and Jabari. So
The only other niggas there. That's
right,
how you knew I was
right.
talking
Me,
about.
if you know me, I'm not that much of an aggressive person.
Not at all.
I am.
Unless not to be.
Right, unless I really, really need to be, I'm not much of an aggressive person. You know, because there were times back in the day when I was, and you know, I've hurt people, so I kind of like stopped from that. You know what I mean? I don't know where I'm at with things anymore.
There's always people that's trying to take you back to that place.
Right. So anyway, so there's a moment where it was early in the night. Dude already got kicked out because he was too drunk, and he tried to come back. Right. And he tried to come back in, but we had like a patio area, and I'm like, you can't come back in. He's like, can't come back in. He's like, I'm not. And he's going towards the patio, which is still in. Right. So he's a little bit taller than me. He walks up, he walks over. I go in front of him. I put my arm in front of him to like stop him. Right. And I pull him back. He turns towards me and he like reaches towards his waistband, like he's pulling something out, and goes up. And for some reason, I hesitated. Right. And my boy, Johnny came up, and I soon like pretty much put his arm, like hand up, had nothing in his hand, but he hemmed him up, and we pretty much handled the situation. But the idea of the fact, the idea that I hesitated in a very possibly serious situation, in a possible life-threatening situation, that moment right there told me I'm not ready for this shit.
Right.
I seriously almost broke down, like later on, like within the next few days, because like I realized that it's not me.
I appreciate you for even sharing that. Just as a black man, you know, y'all told since y'all little to be strong, not cry. As most men, anyway, to, you know, not show emotion, not show fear, but blah blah blah.
No, like it's.
And then especially dealing with the climate in our own neighborhoods and stuff like that, and looking at your brother as an enemy, or you just got to be cautious of this other nigga because you don't know what he got going on.
Oh, absolutely,
what he might do.
absolutely.
And so that's quite unfortunate, but that's just been the way for a long time, and so that's what you were experiencing. Not that you were scared, but it was just kind of like most people do when they're in a heightened state of mind or fear is fight, flight, or freeze. This was in psychology class. And most people, if they're not going to fight, which is jumping into action, you're running away from it, or you're just stuck.
Yeah.
Because you're battling with all those other decisions, or just in general, you're just frozen. Like,
what should I do? Freeze is like literally right in the middle.
Right.
Like, can I handle this or can I not? Right. If you're sitting there thinking, what do I do? You're going to freeze because you don't know. But
that moment could also change.
Right. And it depends on who you're with, because if the person that you're with, if you're freezing and the person you with is running, you're probably going to run in whatever direction they're going to run, whether it's towards it or away from it. You know what I mean? And it really depends on who that person is. If you like, if you trust them enough to follow them into whatever the situation is, you're going to run with them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Deep, and I appreciate you for sharing that.
Oh, absolutely.
Most men wouldn't even, admit to.
No. Like, it's real. Like,
feeling emasculated.
No. Like, it's real. Like, I honestly, I have no, like, if he has something, right? If he has something, I probably wouldn't be here because I froze.
And it's just so irritating because knuckleheads like that always is main reasons why our city can't do a whole lot. And it's quite unfortunate, from a lot of our local artists performing to stuff like that. Like, it's just always some bullshit. But I mean, it's probably it's like this in a lot of places, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think Sacramento has an issue due to the fact that we sometimes don't know how to work together.
Good time.
That too. Too many politics involved.
When I was throwing my parties and stuff, everything was smooth. Everything was great.
Until that one summer.
Until that one summer where everybody was just gangsters.
Yeah.
Then, unfortunately, a lot of people dropping like flies, causing a lot of bad blood, thus birthing street politics and so forth.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of this shit goes back to before we was even in the streets. But anyway, it don't even matter. But that's
people were fighting over things they didn't even know what they're fighting for.
Exactly.
Just because of the area.
Exactly.
Just because the block.
The block, the clout, all the shit is glorified. But shout out to Miles for saying, this shit ain't, you feel me, what y'all think it is.
Right. It's not.
I appreciate that, even though, he real gutter and all that, and a lot of people outside of SAC, he's like our mascot. You know what I'm saying? It's more than that. Just like, I was watching a comedy skit of D-Ray. He was like, I'm from Chicago. I'm a fly Chicago nigga, but it's not the murder capital. That's not what it's all about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel the same way about our city. Like, it ain't all about that. All this game banging politics and all that. Like, it's understood, it's respected. Just like, in LA, that's what it's known for, and that's where it originated from, because that's why. But all this other shit, it just based on opinion and, you know, just being products of people of your environment. So
Oh,
like, you
absolutely.
can't even blame people all the time. And so it's just like, but it's just like, it's up to you to want to do better though. Bottom line.
That part.
You
So it's
gotta
like
stop
you
making
can, but you
excuses.
can't blame people.
It's just like, here we are in 2020 where I'm thinking we about to have flying cars and shit, but niggas is still sagging, gangbanging, and wearing jabos and shit. So I mean,
Who's wearing
I guess just my point. You'd be surprised.
Oh, you know what? You right. But here's the thing, though: the people who are wearing
but shout out
jabos,
to a few of them because it's coming back if you got them custom and fitted. and
if they're
shit,
fitted,
they
I told
I ain't
people,
gonna lie.
if the jabos come back fitted,
They hard.
they're hard. They're going to originally when they came out, I was looking on the website. I remember them actually being like
Matter of
fitted.
fact, shout out to Neff because I think his stylist was one of the first people that I seen bring back jabos, but she
Fitted.
tailored it to him
Yup.
for him to be fitted.
Yup.
So I was like, okay,
Yep.
sauce.
If they got some fitted jabot overalls,
Oh, okay,
I'm gonna have 'em.
maybe do it a little much, but you gonna wear them down like the fly
oh,
down?
absolutely, like I'm
Okay,
wearing
you
right now.
hard, you hard.
I'm wearing overalls right
You
now.
know, that's soft.
I have
Not you
3
just
pairs
had
of
on,
overalls.
Suspenders.
I have
remember
jeans,
suspenders
I have
was
the blue
shit.
jean, I have the black with the paint on it, and I have them khaki overalls. And I'm swagging with it.
He said, I got these.
Can't
I
tell
got
me
overalls
nothing.
in every color. He said, when you bitches see these old draws,
You
they
feel
know
me?
I'm about to handle
You feel
something.
me?
I'm about
And
to
I got
put
some
work
more on the
something.
way. What you mean?
As we talk about being more
You
serious.
feel me? Overalls and fanny packs. What is it? The 80s and the 90s back? I'm trying to bring that old thing back.
Ain't man, and that's what I was talking about with my mom and Monty or something like. You know, ain't nothing new under the sun.
Oh no.
No.
All right, new fanny packs were coming or gonna come back. I knew fanny packs were coming back
It
like
just went
3-4
from
years ago.
being on the waist to on your chest. That's
Yeah.
all.
No, I already knew fanny packs were
It's
coming back
always
years
something
ago.
going on. They just put a little spin on it and shit. It's like he was here back in my day. We had the same thing, but yeah, we got it. And I
Yep.
think we're like creeping up there to where it's like oh,
Yeah, I know one thing's gonna come back.
CD.
Yeah, I know one thing's gonna come back, but I don't want to give y'all the juices yet. I don't want to give nobody the juices yet.
Okay, well then
Let me put my logo on it first and then drop it for y'all. You feel me?
Okay, well we gonna stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
Well, moving on real quick, as I was saying, we was supposed to be serious, but life
You know how it gets.
exactly. Life was
You know how we get.
Next word, depression, which kind of ties into trauma, I guess. I think I just these words came to mind as a lot of it is happening in our and within our peers, even our young generation and stuff.
Yep.
Because I spoke about on my previous episode at how at a surprising rate, a lot of young people, children included, have been committing suicide, and it's just really heartbreaking and eye opening because it's just like, goddamn.
I chalk it up to the same thing that I did a little bit earlier when it comes to relationships and securities, social media. We have so much access to seeing what everybody's just doing. And sometimes certain situations make you feel like you should be somewhere else.
Be somewhere else.
Or be
someone else.
be someone else, but you're not there. But you're not understanding what they went through to get there.
Right.
They might have had access to what it was that they got them there. You know what I mean? Like you can't, like you see, because a lot. I know there are a lot of
Like
kids
even
who.
despite social media, let's take social media out of the picture. We're just talking about black and white bullying, just simple.
I can't really speak on bullying right now.
Bullying,
I can't.
racism,
Yeah, I can't. Well, yeah, racism definitely. I can't really speak on bullying due to the fact that I haven't seen any bullying. Well, I know it exists, but I can't really speak on it due to the fact that I don't know what kind of bullying is going on right now. You know what I mean? However,
It's definitely different because I be
It's
watching
definitely
these
different.
little teen shows.
It's definitely
and shit,
different.
Like, that wasn't going on in school, or at least school was never like that for me. But then again, probably because
the school's never been for me for been the way it's been in media ever.
We used to roast each other. Like we had thick
Roast
skin
culture
back in
is
the-
real.
It's real. Like
And
you
it's
gotta
funny
toughen
because
up.
I feel like even the new generation, the roast culture is even realer because they're the one that came out with the boy, right? roast culture is real, but if you're
with us or back in the day for sure. But
Right.
that's what I'm saying. But just as far as the sensitivity level of the society right now. That's what I'm saying. Like just being black, being darker.
Oh, that part too.
And just
That part too.
being overweight, whatever the case is. Most of the time, those are the funnier people because those are the people that
They're used to it.
constantly attack.
They're used to it.
So we got some
But
in a minute.
right, you know what I'm saying?
So-
That's how I came up with a personality. I wasn't cute growing up, so I came up with a personality. Now I'm actually growing into it, so this is great.
Right.
But anyway, a lot of people, we're actually also dealing with the participation trophy generation. You know what I mean? I get
Just for
something
showing
just for
up.
showing up. I end up somehow being part of that due to the fact that my mom, for me and my little sister's birthday, By the way, I have another little sister who's 23. She doesn't live out here. Yeah, she turned 23 like last month. But when I lived with them, every birthday, whether it was my birthday or her birthday, we both get gifts. She get a gift on my birthday, I got a gift on her birthday, right? But it's like that gave us like a sense of slight entitlement. Right, because we feel like just because somebody else got something, I should be able to get something. I was right. I was there. I should get something. Yeah, right. Because sometimes like jealousy is real. Right. Envy is real. You see somebody get something what they wanted. It's like, why did I get that? Right. Then it's like it happens on like then it happens. Oh, I got something. They didn't. Ha ha. You know what I mean? But it's like we have babied, and I don't want to say we because I haven't. Some of these kids have been babied to where sheltered to where they're not understanding what's going on and they're not used to certain things and they expect certain things to go a certain way and they don't know what's going on. Right. These people need, I'm talking like even in general, not just kids. I'm talking about from kids to adults. Right. You know what I mean? People need to understand that it's not over. It's not over. Right. Right? At least when I'm talking to the adults for suicide, you always have a choice. Right. There's always something else you can do. I remember I was watching a documentary on people who were jumping off the San Francisco Bridge. Right? The people who survived, they said they're about 2/3 of the way down.
Wanted to change their mind.
They not only did they want to change their mind, but they came up with every solution to every single one of their problems on the way down.
I guess they say your life flashed before your eyes.
And every solution became clear.
I bet you it did.
Not only would it become clear, but it was made to the point to where it was easy. It was easy to fix. Well, I could have just done this.
Right. And I think that's what a lot of it is, or where miscommunication comes in, depression, trauma, blah, 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 all that boils down to not understanding emotion.
Yeah.
Receiving it, understanding it, and processing it, A lot of traumas, depression, all that shit all ties into each other because if something happened and A, you didn't do something about it, B, you're not letting it go, C, you're not even giving yourself time to process it, it's going to come to fruition some way, form or another. So you got to get on it because I could say, speaking from my personal traumas, not even going into super details, as April is sexual abuse and rape awareness month.
It is that month. It is that month.
And so I want to shine a little light on that as well, especially for Black women, Black girls, blah, blah, blah. I believe the statistic was 60 to 70% of us have experienced some type of sexual abuse or something like that, to where that's like, that's damn near normalized.
Right. And it being normalized is what makes it even harder worse. Because
and so it's either victim blaming or
get used to
covering it up. Exactly.
Right. It's either your fault or just deal with it because it happens.
Right. And so for just, to spare the details, why not me sharing my experience of not being a virgin, it had to come to shedding light on a situation that happened to me. My mom shared a story with me and that was just like eye-opening, like, damn, it's just
not
like
just you.
It's not, and it's literally there's just, I could walk in a room of my girls right now and probably like maybe one of us maybe didn't experience that. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's
so that's how common it is. So fathers, love your daughters, protect them by all means.
Oh, absolutely.
Women as well, mothers, keep doing your jobs and all that.
Not only that, but
definitely just let your kids be kids too.
Talk. Make sure that there's a situation. Make sure you let them know that it is okay to talk to you. Because
and that's the number one thing. Because most victims are always afraid to express themselves
because they're gonna feel like they're gonna be blamed.
And even as we're talking about women, let me speak on some of the men that have been sexually abused and who cannot come to light because of the emasculating thing and nature and stuff like that, and to be labeled a certain way or whatever the case is, or just victimized altogether. Don't say nothing, but it's still comes out one way or another because now he's an abuser, now he's confused of his sexuality, or now he's touching little kids or something like that. It's just so much into it. So it's like people got to definitely handle their traumas and depressions in different ways, or at least talk to somebody, express it, music, dance, something.
Simple.
Something has to get but my whole point being is you're not alone.
Overall, there needs to be for specifically,
it's rape culture. I just hate that word, culture. The fact that we are classifying
like it's a culture?
It as a culture blows my fucking mind.
Right.
Which just comes from,
almost like a half.
White
like,
dudes.
Oh yeah. That's
because whether sleeping under the rug, paying for you to hush, or whatever the case is, or just for the simple fact that he is him.
Oh no,
already victim. You see it all the time, and see.
Oh no, it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper. No, it goes deeper. It goes deeper.
But we don't even got all enough time for that. But
no, like real quick, quick little history lesson. Back in the slave trade.
See, I wasn't trying to take it there.
I'm gonna take it there real quick. Back in the slave trade, like white slave owners, men will rape black men. Will rape black slave men to show dominance and to demasculate them in front of everybody else, in front of the rest.
His wife, his children.
Yeah, wife, children, and the rest of the slaves, whoever lived on that land. So let everybody know he may have been the biggest motherfucker and shit, but I fucked him in the ass. Let you know that, he's not the person that you think he is. I run this shit. But apparently that was okay. In their eyes, they were straight.
Why they had some sick fascination, that's with just the male.
They felt like that was their way of that was. They felt like that was their way of power.
Yes.
Apparently, it worked though.
Their staff is powerful because their wives and daughters wanted the same with our goodies. The slave master was sneaking into our quarters for a reason. Little Becky, you wasn't doing your job. But fast forward, we just ain't finna get into it.
Yeah, we ain't finna get into next thing. Next thing.
As we wrap it up.
Next thing.
Try to finish on a cuter note. We're just gonna. I want to pick your brain on your goals. What's next for you? Goals.
Next thing, I want to start making more movies, more films. Working on that. I need to stop bullshitting and get back on my clothing line stuff. I want to do more commercial editorial photography work.
Right on.
I want to see some stuff like some real billboards, with my work on there. Yeah, I just want to just make sure that
better, more.
Absolutely, I want better equipment. I want better clientele. I want a team. You know what I mean?
I'm right with you.
I'm going to open up a studio. I'm going to open a full studio. The way I got it set up is going to be dope.
Okay.
Just let it be that.
Okay,
you know what I mean? I'm gonna have other people inside running it too. While that way I can still do my traveling thing and work out there, and then people out there are still gonna be working, making money for it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be bringing in people who are new to it or who want to learn more with it. You know what I mean? So that way, I got people who are actually hungry for actually being a photographer. Okay. I got so many people who hit me up like, oh, I want to learn. I want to learn from you.
Teach me your ways.
And the biggest thing is like, I hate when somebody says, I'm trying to be like you. You got all the bitches. I don't.
Right.
I don't.
He's like, and that's not even the point.
That's not even the point.
I'm not good at this.
As soon as you tell me that you want to get on it because of the women, it's not for you.
Right.
It takes time to get where I'm at. I've been doing this for 10 years, over 10 years. It took me time to get where I'm at. I finally shot with an A-lister 6 months ago.
Okay.
6 months ago on a fluke.
Period.
I pulled up. My boy called me. Coming to Jamie Foxx's house.
Okay.
That was the biggest thing that I've done.
And I'm proud to hear it.
Appreciate it.
Exactly. And you inspired everybody around, the younger generation, even though we not old or anything.
Shit, my little brother's doing videos. He's doing his own little skits. He's on YouTube
and
stuff.
I bet you probably one of the main reasons why he's doing it. So that's, why we here and why I got you here. Because I definitely want to always shed light on those who are, underrated and not getting the credit that they deserve, or just need to hear that applause or get that pat on the back because what you doing doesn't go unnoticed, and I personally admire you.
Appreciate it.
Doing, dog, and I can't wait to get more, or see more from you, especially collabing and all that good stuff. But anyway, last but not least, would you like to share a favorite quote?
My favorite quote.
The final thought hour.
My favorite quote. The first quote, the only quote I could think of was my favorite one. It was another one, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Well, a favorite quote that I've heard is do or do not. There is no try. Said by Yoda, the great. My favorite quote, my favorite thing to tell people, however.
Right. Leave us with a B. Something from B.
You are the common denominator in your life. No matter what happens to you or anybody else, you are always going to be there in your life. People leave, people come, people go. Things happen with people. You find new people. They leave. People that you thought were going to be there, they're going to be gone. No matter what, you are still going to be there. So make sure you focus on what it is that you want before thinking that you can help somebody else. Because how can you think you can be happy making somebody else happy when you're done making them happy? What about you?
Okay.
If you,
Okay.
Simple as that. Simple as that. You are the common denominator. No, for real. You are always going to be from birth
to
the end.
Okay.
It's only you. I get it. Like it sounds selfish, but it's okay to be selfish because everybody has things that they need to do for themselves. Mm-hmm. It's called self-love, baby.
Period.
Self-love.
Let me go. Take care of yourself.
If you believe in it like this, self-love.
Oh, okay.
I want y'all. I want y'all to make sure y'all saw that face when she said that. Because she actually liked the way I said it. Right. Just self-love.
Oh.
You feel me? For real though, love yourself. Love yourself before you can love. You can expect anybody else to love you because if you don't love yourself enough, you don't know how to be loved.
Okay, and nor do you know how to tell somebody
how to love you.
Say that, Pastor.
Exactly.
Period, Pastor B.
Simple. Simple.
Well, I am just delighted and appreciate your company. It was really an honor and privilege picking your brain.
Oh, I appreciate the invite. I appreciate this. Absolutely. This was fun. This was good.
Oh, thank you. That's the vibe. Connecting.
Yep. I'm gonna put in my bio talking about professional podcast guest.
There you go.
Book me.
Little notch on your shit. Period. But anyway, no seriousness. I appreciate you.
For sure.
That was our guest, Photo B, ladies and gentlemen. And you have been tuned in to Connect with Kooky. Please stay tuned to episode 3, where I don't even know who's going to be on next, but it's definitely going to be another pillar of our community, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Everything's the same. Photo B took that. Spelled exactly the way it sounds. Photo, the letter B took that. Spelled exactly how it should be. No dat, all that.
All that.
Photo B took that. If you ever see my name and you say photo book that, I'm going to fight you. I'm fighting you.
So you heard it here, folks. Photo B took that. You know what it is. Connecting with your girl, Kooky. Tune in next time.